Good morning, lads. Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday the 24th of July. We are at 6:30 in the morning and we have a fresh weekend of men's physique to recap. Really excited to get stuck into this episode. So starting with the UK, we had a UK Ultimate Physiques and that was in Wales this weekend, which I was actually at. It wasn't a too busy show. There was only about 10 men's physique guys. But to be quite honest, it was just a battle between two of them. My client, Andy Rowe, and also Alex Toplyn. He looked really good. So yeah, it's a great battle between those two guys. We're gonna go over that. We're also gonna go over the Chicago Pro, and we're gonna go over the Columbia Pro. We have two new guys going to the Mr. Olympia in November. And we're also gonna cover Alex Toplyn. A lot of guys thought he was gonna actually win the Chicago Pro. So we're gonna go over what happened there and why he potentially finished in 8th place. So a lot to unpack in this week's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe and let's get stuck into it. So yes, first up, we're always going to start with the UK show. So the only amateur show that I know of that happened within the UK this weekend was the UK Ultimate Physiques Regional, which was in Wales in Bridgend. As I said, I was actually at that show. I had Andy Rowe in that one, who did the Open and the Men's Physique Masters. And he was up against the young buck, Tom Stockton, who looked very good. He kind of came under the radar. Not a lot of people knew he was going to do this show. He decided last minute by the looks of things to go for it. And he looked really good. So like I said before, there was about 10 men's physique guys there at that show, but really it was just between those two. So my client Andy, he took the first in the Masters, and then we went on to the Open, and it was really a battle of, like, Andy had the size for sure, Tom had the shreds and probably a little bit smoother presentation. So with a UK Ultimate Physiques, you've always got to know which federation you're going in for. They do kind of like and favour the fitness model type marketable look. And Tom, being the younger athlete, you know, he does kind of bring that to the stage. When he was on stage, he does look very much to fit the mold of what Ultimate UK Physiques go for. So he did actually take the win on this show, which absolutely amazing. Congratulations to Tom. He did look phenomenal, especially when it turned around to the back. His back shreds, his back condition was exceptional, very good. And yeah, buzzing for him with that one, because I think his main goal of the season was to just win a show. He not only won this show, he then actually went on to win the overall as well. And with the overall with UK Ultimate Physiques, you're not just against men's physique guys, you're against everyone. So he beat the classic guys and he beat the bodybuilders. And there was an extremely good classic guy at the show as well. And Tom beat him as well. So that's how much UK Ultimate Physiques, you know, liked his look. Like I said, that fitness model type look, which he really does bring to the stage. So it was very well deserved. Andy pushed him, like I said. There could have been an argument for both guys because Andy was definitely bigger. He had the structure for sure. But yeah, Tom was just a bit leaner. And he has that look that UK Ultimate Physiques go for. So on this day, they went for Tom, which is fully deserved. So congratulations to him. Buzzing with Andy's look. He looked really good. Like, I haven't actually had that long with him. I believe around 9 to 10 weeks we've only had in prep so far together. That's when he joined up with me. So as the season goes on, he's just going to get better and better. We bring in his condition a little bit more. We work on his posing a little bit more. Massive improvements from last time he posed. I'll actually put up a picture between the two. You can see, like, we've really worked to make him look like a men's physique competitor, whereas before he kind of posed like a bodybuilder. So massive improvements in a short space of time. So as the season goes on, he's just going to get better and better. And he's actually going to be competing with me this upcoming weekend at the Two Bros Regional Show. And he's got straight back to work. So we're going to bring an even better package for that. I'm really excited for it. Tom Stockton, I believe, is going to be doing more shows. He's a natural. So he's going to be doing some natural federations. He's going to be doing UKDFBA and WNBF. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on with the season. I think he's going to definitely keep leveling up again. Condition-wise, like I said, he was pretty much there. Maybe a tiniest little bit to come off, but like, honestly, like, his condition was very good. Presentation was very good as well. So I do believe he is going to have an extremely good season. So once again, congratulations to Tom Stockton. You looked unbelievable, mate. Awesome work. Alex Toplyn. Now, this was a bit of a surprise to everyone going into the Chicago Pro this weekend. We honestly thought, me and myself included, Alex was going to take this show. You know, he was a favourite going in. He had a very good season last year. He placed top 10 at the Olympia. So then to come into the Chicago Pro and not make first call-ups, a lot of people thought, what is going on? And the interesting thing was, you know, which he actually said afterwards, I think it did knock his confidence a little bit. It did take him back a little bit because he was really happy with the package that he brought to the stage. So I don't know what his judges' feedback is yet, but if we look at his physique, and then if we look at Drew Cullen's physique, the guy that won the show, to me, Alex just doesn't have, at this show, that round, bubbly, full look to his physique. He is a taller competitor. He needs to fill out that frame for sure. When he turns around to the back, he's very, very strong from the back. But if you look at his arms, you look at his chest at this show, you know, especially at this footage, which was just before he got on stage, to me, it's just lacking the density in the chest. Like, the delts are looking nice and capped and round. The delts are looking really good, but for me, it's mainly the chest and just the hard graininess to the physique. Like, he doesn't look very hard and grainy. If you compare him next to Drew Cullen, the guy that won, so AKA Most Shredded, and you can see what I mean about that dryness to the physique. Alex just looks, although he is conditioning, he still looks a little bit soft, if that kind of makes sense. So I don't think this is the best Alex Toplyn that we are going to see. Absolutely not. I know he's going to be coming back stronger. I still believe Alex Toplyn will make it to the Olympia this year, and I still believe he will be in the top 10. If you look at the go-to at the moment, right, the pinnacle of the sport is Aaron Banks. If you look at his physique, and then you look at the roster of athletes that we have across the board, the IFBB pros, who most likely fits that mold and is comparable to Aaron Banks? It's Alex Toplyn, especially from the back. His back is absolutely unbelievable. They are going for the taller athletes right now, taller athletes that can fill out that frame. Alex doesn't have absolutely huge arms. He doesn't have absolutely huge features, but he's extremely well balanced. And that's what they want in men's physique right now. They are going, as I said before, for those taller athletes. You're going by the standard of what IFBB is saying that is the best for men's physique, Aaron Banks. You've got to look at Alex Toplyn and think, you know, he's pretty much in the same place. He fully believes that he is going to be a Mr. Olympia one day. And I do believe he has got the chance to be Mr. Olympia one day. I still do believe it. Even though, you know, he didn't place at this show, I believe his placing was actually 8th. I still think this year he's going to get better and better, and this is why.
What's up, guys? So after letting the emotions kind of muster and digest over the last few hours, you know, prejudging is a wrap, and unfortunately did not go our way today. And you know, it was definitely high emotions, to say the least, after the show, trying to figure out, you know, what went wrong, did something go wrong, you know, just trying to piece together in my head as athletes do when we take, you know, the first blow. But, you know, one thing I will say is I'm very proud of the package that we brought today. And at the end of the day, this is bodybuilding, you know. You're not defined by one show, you're not defined by one loss. And right now, all I can sit here to do is get ready for the next one, because we're not done. I'm a firm believer that we are going to be one of the best in the world. It's only a matter of time. So right now, we're going to roll these punches. We're going to enjoy a little bit of downtime before finals coming up here in a few hours, and then we're going to go back and get ready for the Tampa Pro. So I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for the love. I'm telling you guys, we're going to be back. Trust me.
He just has that winner's mindset. This is the mindset of a champion. Like, knockbacks, they're going to happen in bodybuilding. It's going to happen to absolutely everyone, but it's about getting back to it and getting back after it. Even like Jason Hume, who I showed a couple of episodes ago, right? 1 month before, he wasn't placing. I think he came 6th. He kept digging, he kept putting in the work, he came back the next month and he got 2 pro wins, okay? That's just in the space of 1 month. The same can be said for Alex Toplyn, you know, and I do believe that is going to happen. He's got more shows lined up. We will be seeing him at the Olympia this year. So awesome mindset, Alex. You've got the mindset of a champ, and I can't wait to see you on the Olympia stage. It is going to happen, bro. Keep working. So who ended up taking the win at Chicago Pro? It was Drew Cullen, and I'm absolutely buzzing for him for this win. We actually spoke to Drew last week after he came 3rd place at his last show. And yet he's a really, really nice guy, man. He is definitely down to earth, he is humble, and he is one of the guys that is a good representative for the sport going forward, and he puts in the work. I wanted to start off talking about Drew Carlin here, aka Most Shredded. with a post that his coach did, Cuts. I'm going to read it out because honestly, I never knew this about Drew, and it's really, really cool. So, man, I can't express just how proud I am of this guy. I started working with Drew in January last year. We were supposed to start earlier, but right before we were supposed to initially start, he ended up getting shot and almost lost his life. That is crazy. Crazy. He was in and out of hospital due to complications with recovery from infections. Obviously, things got better and we was able to finally start. We definitely had our work cut out for us. We had to gain all his size back. Crazy thing is, he actually ended up gaining all his size back and some. We finally decided to do some shows and was able to get the first call-outs. After his season ended, we even thought we didn't get the placings we wanted. I always reminded Drew that he has the look. He has the men's physique look and just had to put in the work and keep getting better. It's what it's all about. If your coach believes in you and sees something in you, that's always nice to hear, and obviously Coach Gus just kept him going here. He then went on to say, well, fast forward to the 2023 season, he went from not placing at all to being in the top 3 in 4 consecutive shows. After his 4th show, we almost ended up shutting it down. 1 hour later, I hit him back and was like, bro, I don't think we should stop. I still believe in you. You can make it this year. He decided he wanted to lock it in, compete in his hometown and do the Chicago Pro. This guy came in crazy peeled, had a close battle with my guy Nick, who came second. Drew ended up taking it and got his ticket to his first O. What a story, right? That is an absolutely crazy story. And this whole episode is basically, the message is don't quit. Don't give up. And this is what it's all about. I mean, from getting shot, losing all his size, to coming back, to now making it to the biggest stage in the world. Like, Drew Carlin, like I said, hats off to you, man. Like, you have got an unbelievable men's physique look. Covered you just last week getting that 3rd place, and we knew you had the potential. I knew you had the potential as well, just off the back of that video, and I knew you could make it to the Olympia. I wanted to see you there. You are living up to your name, man. Most shredded, very, very nice look you brought to the stage. Very cool that they give you a shield. I haven't actually seen that before, so that's really, really cool prize to win. But obviously the ultimate, most important prize is that Olympia qualification. So yeah, awesome stuff, man. I believe we are about 12 weeks out, 13 weeks out from the Mr. Olympia, so it's not long. So I presume you're going to take some downtime now, recollect, and then give it everything for that Mr. Olympia. Next up, we're going to cover the Columbia Pro, which Ismael Martinez took the win here. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Obviously, we spoke about Ismael Martinez last week, who had a very, very close battle with Jeremy Potvin, and Ismael just came up short, just got 2nd place, but you know, he was pretty much there or thereabouts. A lot of people thought he should have potentially won that show. Anyway, he got his head down, he didn't give up, he kept going, and the very next week he got his Olympia qualification at the Columbia Pro, and it was really, really well deserved. But before we go on to him, I did want to cover someone else whose physique really stood out to me. He actually got 4th place here. But yeah, his physique really stood out in the lineup. It's Mateus Nere. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Really, really nice physique. And like I said, in all the shots, all the video footage I've seen of the show, this physique really, really stood out to me. And he didn't get his pro card long ago. By the looks of things, he only got his pro card like 8 weeks ago. So get your pro card 8 weeks ago and then go straight in and become in 4th place at a fairly good show here. Is very, very promising. And the fact that, like I said, his physique stood out to me, I noticed it straight away. I think this guy has got a really bright future within this division for sure. Really nice shape to him. V-taper's lovely. He poses really well as well. And just got a lovely all-round balanced look. So not really many weaknesses. A bit of an interesting spin in his eye walk there. But yeah, a great presentation on this guy. And he's just got a really nice wide shoulders going into that little waist. Like I said, he's fairly balanced everywhere. Nice, thick, dense back there. Yeah, this guy looks great. I think he's going to do very well. I'm sure this isn't the last we've seen of him this season. I do think he should keep going because, to me, this is an Olympia look. He deserves to be on the Olympia stage. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him in the future. But this is all about this guy right here, Ismael Martinez. He has a very, very nice all-round balanced look, the epitome of men's physique, and yet again goes to show that size is not everything. Okay, he was not the biggest guy on stage, but he had the lines, he has the structure, he has the posing, and that tiny little waist, you know. So That double hand on hip front pose, I absolutely love it. It's definitely something that I will be using myself on stage this year, because it does, luckily it suits me, you know. Once, like, you have to only use poses that suit your particular physique. Like, that pose will not work for everyone. You have to work with what you've got and what looks good on you. For example, Aaron Banks doesn't hit that pose, he's Mr. Olympia. But a lot of people have been hitting it this year, and if it suits you, it looks very, very good. But yeah, like I said, this guy is very, very balanced all around physique. This shot was, you know, just 15 hours before his stage appearance, and he's got the full package. Conditioning is there, and I'm excited to see what he can do on the Olympia stage this year. He's fully deserving. We spoke about him last week, like I said before, you know, very, very close to Jeremy Potvin physique. It'd be nice for them to have the rematch at the Olympia and see who can come out on top there. I do believe Jeremy Potvin will still take it if Jeremy Potvin's at 100%, but if Ismael Martinez just keeps getting better and better, he is going to be very formidable in this category, in this division in the future. So yeah, once again, congratulations Ismael Martinez. That's another Olympian added to the list this year, and that list keeps getting bigger and bigger. There we go, there's a recap of the weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. And next weekend is going to be my show. I'm 5 days out from my first show of the year. I'm feeling really, really good for it. Like I said before, it's going to be a stacked show because it's 2 weeks before an IFBB Pro qualifier within the UK. So there's a lot of top names going for it, and I'm excited to get stuck into it. So yeah, we can recap that one. Any pro shows that are happening. I believe there's also a PCA show on this weekend, which we can cover too. So lots to cover. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Thanks for watching. Comment down below if you agree with all the decisions that have been made this weekend, and I shall see you in the next one.